5 top-rated attractions and places to visit in South Carolina. Whether you're interested in history, love relaxing at the beach, or are looking for interesting things to do with your kids, you'll find it in South Carolina's many engaging tourist attractions. Take your pick from high-quality stage shows, golf, and water parks in Myrtle Beach, or relax at the beach and at the family-friendly holiday resorts on Hilton Head Island. Explore the atmospheric streets of Charleston on a romantic carriage ride, or tour some of the South's most beautiful plantation homes nearby. You can visit the fort in Charleston Harbor, where the Civil War began, or revel in the breathtaking views and quiet trails of Caesar's Head State Park. Bike the trails at Hilton Head, enjoy some of the South's best deep-sea fishing, or take the kids to a zoo or planetarium. Whatever your interests, you'll find plenty of things to do in this video of the top tourist attractions and places to visit in South Carolina. Number 5. Fort Sumter and Charleston Harbor. The attack on Fort Sumter, the federal fort guarding Charleston Harbor, by Confederate forces on April 12, 1861, began the American Civil War. The excellent National Park Rangers' interpretations bring those events vividly to life and set the stage for a better understanding of Civil War history. You can visit the island and the well-preserved ruins of the fort by boat from the Visitor Education Center at Liberty Square, or from Patriots Point. Or you can get good views of the fort from a 90-minute tour on a sightseeing boat that takes you along the Cooper River to Fort Sumter National Monument. The tour is fully narrated to provide historical background for Charleston's role in the Civil War and other eras of its history. It also gives good views of other forts, the Civil War prison at Pinckney Castle, the USS Yorktown, and the Ravenel Bridge. Number 4. Hilton Head Island. While Hilton Head Island doesn't have the glamorous stage shows of the Grand Strand in Myrtle Beach, this low-country beach town offers laid-back relaxation and smaller crowds. You'll find plenty of fun things to do here, including great shopping, restaurants, and golf courses, and, of course, the beautiful wide sandy beaches. One of the best places in South Carolina for bicycling, Hilton Head has miles of flat, well-marked bicycling trails, with great scenery and signage to point out landmarks and interesting facts. At low tide, you can even ride along the beaches, as most bike rental companies now offer bikes with extra wide tires that handle nicely on the firm, packed sand. In some places, particularly along the shores of the Intracoastal Waterway, you may be lucky enough to catch a glimpse of dolphins playing on the surf not too far from you. Wildlife watchers can also spot rare and common marine and bird life up close at the Pinckney Island National Wildlife Refuge. Be sure to also pay a visit to the Sea Pines Resort area on the island's south end. Of particular interest here is Harbor Town, notable for its marina and famous lighthouse. Be sure to pay the modest admission. It's worth it for the superb water views over to Daffyski Island. Number 3. South Carolina Plantation Gardens. Many of the state's 2,000-plus plantations are open to visitors, and those around Charleston are noted especially for their outstanding gardens. Magnolia Plantation is in America's oldest publicly accessed gardens, begun in the early 1700s, and first opened to visitors in 1870. They are unique as America's last grand romantic-style garden. Middleton Place sits above America's oldest landscaped gardens. The house is fully furnished in original style. Boone Hall Plantation in nearby Mount Pleasant is one of the nation's oldest plantations still operating as a working farm, and is best known for its picturesque three-quarter-mile avenue of oaks. You get a rare glimpse of original 18th-century craftsmanship in the ornamental details of the interior of Drayton Hall, which is the oldest unrestored plantation house in America that's open for tours. Along with showing how the owners and their families lived, these plantations now include exhibits, tours, and programs on the lives of the enslaved people who made the plantation lifestyle possible during the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries. Guided tours of Middleton Place include discussions not only about the Middleton family, but also the enslaved people and freedmen who served them. Active archaeological studies at Drayton Hall continue to recover artifacts that provide insight into these undocumented lives. Magnolia's Cabin Project preserves former slave dwellings that serve as the focal point for a 45-minute program on African American history, highlighting not only the lives of enslaved people, but their later role in maintaining and preserving the estate's magnificent gardens. Boone Hall features a live presentation of the unique Gullah culture developed by African slaves, where descendants of the Gullah people tell the history of this culture through storytelling and song. Number 2. Myrtle Beach. One of the most popular things to do in South Carolina in the summer is to retreat to the miles of pristine sands that line the coast at Myrtle Beach. As appealing as the beaches themselves are the many traditional seaside pleasures to choose from here. The Carolina Opry produces musical shows, and the Myrtle Beach Skywheel takes visitors on 10-minute rides above the beach and boardwalk. Broadway at the beach is the state's largest entertainment and shopping venue, with rides, mini golf, Ripley's Aquarium, movies, specialty shops, dining, and other attractions in a pedestrian-only area around Lake Broadway. Families love the slides, splash rides, and swimming pools at water parks and at major hotels. Whether you like fishing or not, you'll also want to add Apache Pier to your list of places to visit in Myrtle Beach. Close to 1,200 feet in length, it's the East Coast's longest wooden pier and is a popular fishing spot. For those just wanting to walk its entirety, grab a fresh fish sandwich from Croker's and soak in the spectacular views back over Myrtle Beach. Live music is provided every night in summer, and there's a fun arcade for the kids to enjoy. Number 1. Charleston's Historic District. Immerse yourself in the gracious atmosphere of the antebellum South in Charleston, where more than 1,400 historic homes, churches, and other buildings line the streets. A carriage ride will give you an overview and a little history as well. Or you can join a walking tour that includes a peek into some of them. You can also take a guided tour of several historic homes, including the Aikenrett House and the 1808 Nathaniel Russell House. Both hold priceless collections of fine and decorative arts. Exhibits at the Old Exchange Building and Old Slave Mart Museum reveal more about the city and its long history. It is also worth paying a visit to the Charleston City Market to watch basket ladies weave sweetgrass baskets, a long-cherished tradition here. Subscribe to our channel for more similar videos.